touchdown. Luke back out to kick this one away. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Solid return. Pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at about the 32.
Here we go. Ready.
First carry for Josh Jacobs. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. An excellent way to start the drive there. 18 yards. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Let's go. Ready.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Throwing left side, and Watson has it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Nnamdi Madubuike has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now Love. That one out wide and intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Garrett Wilson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. When you look at this Packers defense, they come into this one ranked number 17, so just starting the bottom half of the league against the pass.
They spent the week at practice saying, we know our rating's not that great, and we know we're facing the number 1 passing team in the league, but there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance in this game.
And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Solid catch there for a man who's been so brilliant this year. Worth pointing out, as we were talking about earlier, there has never in the 60-year history of the award been a pass catcher, tight end, or wide receiver that has taken home the MVP trophy.
And the best receivers I've talked with, they know that stat, and it drives them crazy because they understand that without a quarterback, they don't make the plays that they make. They also don't feel like they get enough credit for bailing out some of the throws the quarterbacks make.
Absolutely. It takes 2 to tango. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. Henry's got it out on the left side. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with career touchdown number 128. He's now tied with Marvin Harrison for number 9 on the all-time list. And the Ravens have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
31-yard line.
Not enough. You sell it left, but not enough.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words, early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
29-yard line.
The opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Throwing. Love. That's going to be caught downfield by Reed. Down the left sideline. Touchdown, Packers! Jaden Reed, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Packers are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Packers 7.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And that'll be a little too hot to handle as it will skip through the end zone for a touchback here. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3, because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence, because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now it's Jackson. And Walker has it. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Under a minute to go. Clock running and a back-and-forth first quarter of play.
That's good for a Baltimore first down.
Now it's Jackson. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. And he has now tied the record. Touchdown. Week after week, Charles, when we see this offense operate, I don't know, they just seem to get more impressive.
They certainly do, and let's face it, it's no surprise they're the best in the NFL in scoring. This team designs things well and executes even better. And here, it only takes a few snaps before they're in the end zone. That's how they demoralize teams. That's how they put them on notice.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
He finds his man, complete. That's Lee. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A pretty wild first quarter. 21-7, our score.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Ready. 50, green. Set.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
The Packers at 8-7, a game over 500 on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 3.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
Defensively, he has been a presence in their backfield in the first half. Had a sack earlier, and now he comes up with a big tackle for a loss.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Down. Yellow, 43. Set.
Love from the gun on 3rd down.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
The 20. And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
That bumps us up to a 3-possession game here, and only in the 2nd quarter, Charles. They're trying to put this game out of reach before we even hit the locker rooms for intermission.
What's even tougher is making up 3 possessions against a defense that can make impact plays like this. They don't have this game wrapped up quite yet, but 2 picks already, 1 to the house. I think it's fair to say they're headed in the right direction.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty.
Tyler Luke to kick off for Baltimore.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. He hits his target, left side, Watson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
That's good for the Packers. 1st down.
Let's go. Ready? Go.
Here's Love.
Now he's going to step up and run. This complete to the tight end, Tucker Kraft.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Give him 15 there, and the Packers have a 1st.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Set. Ready.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back 1st downs.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll go down at the 28.
44 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success.
Claws red. Ready.
Love looking to throw it. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Here we go. Here we go. Ready.
On play action. Love to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
To throw now. Here's Love. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Okay, right.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
Let's go now.
Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And it'll be a turnover on downs. The Baltimore offense at the line set to get going. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
A first down carry for Henry. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's 2nd and 7.
The pitch to Henry. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it's going to make it 3rd down at 6.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Jackson now.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
Extra point splits the uprights. And a rout is on here in this first half.
Tyler Loop to kick off for Baltimore.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
26-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Let's go.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Second and 5.
Ready. Black, set.
Love now. That's taken in by Golden. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
That's a gain of 4.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Yellow.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So jumping from his free safety spot.
That tells you how aggressive they are in defense, doesn't it? They get everyone involved. He was a little too fast on that play.
Here we go. Black 40. Needle blue.
Love. And that's going to be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Here's a 2nd and 5.
Set, hut. Ready?
To pass, here's Jordan Love. Able to find his man, Kraft. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1.
That's good. For the Packers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Ready? Ready. Here we ready.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Now he's going to step up and run. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Got it.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33.
Set. 52 blue.
Operating from the gun, Love. That one caught downfield by Watson. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the 1st half.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's another Packers 1st down. 1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Ready. 33. Yellow. Red. Yellow. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Love. Now he's got it.
Oh, he's going to be brought down a few yards short of the goal line, and they're going to be unable to stop the clock from here. So close yet so far, and that's going to be how this 1st half will come to an end.
The Packers set to get the football first, and they are trailing on the scoreboard as we resume action, ready for the 3rd quarter.
And he returns this to the 22.
1st and 10 at their own 22-yard.
Defense going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10
at their own 22.
Come on, set. 50, ready.
They'll try and start this drive in the air.
The short throw to Musgrave.
And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Back to throw. Love.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
It's tipped, but it doesn't matter. He still catches it. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Packers. Tucker Kraft, 65 yards. And the Packers come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's good, and it's now 35-14.
Makes the score. Ravens 35. Packers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You could say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
From the gun, it's Jackson. Going deep for Walker. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is into the end zone, and the touchdown record is now all his.
Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Now after the touchdown, Loop back out to kick this one away. And they will be backed up deep. Trouble here as they're going to start this drive at the 6.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
And am I seeing this correctly? They brought out the field goal team here on first down. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in this second half.
On the set. Let's go now. Set, go.
Off the play fake, Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And good field position coming up here. The football at the 12-yard line.
And he'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They felt they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there, got a nice interception, and set up their offense in great shape.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry.
That's his 18th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy that can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Working out of the gun. Love. That is caught. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
That's good for the Packers. First down.
Black 40.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Ready?
Back to throw again. Pass caught. That's Golden. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Now Love. He's got Watson. It's caught. Touchdown, Packers. From 17 yards out. And the Packers are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. And it's no good. No, he misses the extra point, and our score stays right where it is. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Packer pressure, and down he goes.
Micah Parsons
Drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they looked up. They're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at them that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
No move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Here we go. Black, 95, ready.
They're going to try and throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
First and goal, Baltimore.
Hey, report.
No, we changed it.
Now Jackson. This is caught. A gain of 7 that time. Second goal.
A gain of 7 brings up second and goal at the Packers' 2-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Garrett Wilson with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
Ready?
Throwing. Love. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. So it goes as a completed pass, but they lose a full 5 yards. Still 15 yards to go, second down.
Ready?
Play action this time with Love. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know what he thinks going on out there, CD.
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance, the passing game's off balance, and the defense is taking advantage.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, he's got some breathing room.
Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Yo.
Here's Jackson.
Now he'll tuck this and run.
And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
And he's got some space here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference to see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier. He wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Again, Jackson. Now he's going to step up and run.
Makes a connection with his running back, Derrick Henry.
4 yards on the dump off at second down. Here's Jackson to throw. And it's caught.
Well, the Ravens are looking at first and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
Baltimore first down.
Jackson.
Now he'll tuck this and run. Jackson going to keep it.
And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but, Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points. But they're not going to turn them down. They can continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down.
It's now third and goal.
Jackson from the shotgun. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And they're going to go for this thing. They're not going to leave anything to chance. They're going to roll the dice on fourth and goal. Throwing is Jackson. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Luke now for the extra point.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
63. Packers 20.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Here we go, set.
And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a 1st and 10.
He's got his man on the crossing route. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
Well, he's had the interception woes in this one, Charles, and that time a little bold to throw it into double coverage, but he beat the double coverage.
Yeah, but I admire that he still will challenge defenders downfield, even though the ball's been in jeopardy a few times in this game. A nice ball there against multiple defenders, and they advance it downfield.
And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
And Jacobs, I don't think he's going to get there, no. Eagles are going to mark him short of the first.
And now here comes the third of their timeouts defensively. So they'll be left with only the 2-minute warning to stop it from here on out. On now is the Packers punter, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's second down.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield.
They're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Jackson. Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Micah Parsons able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Jackson now. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens go for it, but come up empty. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line.
Come on, set. Black, 95, hut.
Here's Jacobs. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Sometimes you get a first and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line, and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on first down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now it's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. I don't know, they had to be pretty after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
No, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to stay with it.
That's true. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Hey, middle. Hey, Ozzie, sit up.
And Jackson throwing once more.
Into space at the 45.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Down, Baltimore.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That's going deep for Bateman. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
On 20 extra point.
Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
26.
Now after the touchdown, Luke back out to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. 77 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
Oh, and that is incomplete. At this juncture, CD, you normally see teams pack in the passing game. They've got the huge lead. Not them, though. They're still taking their shots.
I remember reading in past history, there was a college football coach in the Hall of Fame whose nickname was Close the Gates of Mercy. But he wasn't really big on that. He was big on going ahead and scoring. He's kind of reincarnated right here. We're watching it in front of us.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete.
Now he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.